Introducing the Moodle template. We're going to identify the components and design elements of the Moodle template. By the end, you'll be able to understand its usefulness and application to your Moodle course. So what is the Moodle template? Well, it's a predefined framework based on design principles. And what that means is that the template provides a standard look and feel, which has been developed in consultation with your faculty. It's applied to new Moodle courses. So whenever you request a course, you will get, once it's approved, you will get a Moodle course with a template applied to it. However, the template is just a starting point for learning designers to build upon. It importantly provides links to SWSi documents, so you don't have to worry about that. And it provides elements of consistency across courses. So if a student goes between courses developing the template, they'll have a similar format, which is very useful for their learning. Saying that, however, the template is also very flexible for customization of the delivery format based on your learning design needs. So the Moodle template has some design considerations, and those are: what does a course look like? It's very important that a course looks quite good in terms of student satisfaction and their perception, importantly, of the value of the course. What information needs to be in the course? In terms of the template provides headings and a basic structure for you to work within. And then it comes down to your learning design. What do you want the learner to do with the information that you're providing to them? And you're talking about learning activity design, and we'll have some demo examples of how you can use Moodle for learning activities. And these three elements being a basic course structure, which the template is designed to cater for. So you as a designer need to be considering the visual aspect, the look and feel of the course, the information design, how you're going to structure your content, and the activity design, how you're going to engage the learner and get them to apply the knowledge and concepts that you give to them in the middle of the course. And the template is there to help you focus on these elements and fast track you to getting down to learning design. So let's have a look at the blank template. Here it is. And as you can see here, we have a basic structure with headings in place. We have a heading 1 for welcome to this course or unit name. You would fill this in. And then we have heading 2s for the different section titles with just some little guidelines on where to put in activities and maybe links to websites or other resources that are useful. So as you can see, very basic. The other element that's nice is once you actually start to fill in these here titles, a navigation on the left hand side will start to automatically be built. That's useful. Moodle is sometimes seen as being difficult to navigate, and the template provides a simple design solution to overcome that. Another thing I draw your attention to is the banner image and these here words down below. Moodle is designed to repeat this course overview section, so the template is designed to minimize the use of this important real estate, so students don't have to scroll through this first section to get down to whatever topic they're working on. So that's another design element in terms of information and visual design. You can replace this graphic, and at the moment these are just words, but you ultimately, whenever you get your template, you want to be going down to the what is this course about page, which is created in the side here. and the what do I need to know page, and what are my assessments, and linking these here to those words at the top. I'll explain in a later video about how this is an important thing to do. But if we go into these here pages, if we click on what do I need to know, for example, here are some of the important links that we talked about earlier. Draw your attention to student services, libraries, counselling. This is all useful information for the students, and you therefore don't have to worry about building this into your course. The other really important link to be aware of is terms of use. Every single student and teacher is bound to certain conditions whenever they decide to participate within a SWSi e-learning or flexible learning environment, and terms of use makes that explicit. And with that in mind, the template has an inbuilt way of recording that not only has the student understood terms of use, but they are agreeing to the assessments which you provide to them in your Moodle course. So that's the basic template. The other final thing I draw your attention to is that the template provides what's called blocks. This is like a Moodle functionality that we would like to draw your attention to. For example, we have a block for a calendar, and we have a block for upcoming events. This is useful, but if you do not need these here, for example, if your course is self-directed, not facilitated, you may choose to get rid of the calendar. Um, the good thing about providing these blocks is that it makes you aware of them. But the bad thing is that some of them you may not need, so you can go and you can delete them where appropriate. For example, we have a block on sending students an SMS reminder for whatever reason. Most people don't use that there, some do. Your choice what you want to do with it. Okay, so now you're looking at an example of a course which has been built uh, based upon the template. So if I draw your attention to the menu here, you'll notice that the actual menu has been built based on the headings: getting started, what is Moodle, your experience and expectations, and so on and so forth. You'll notice I've got rid of the calendar because I don't actually need it. And you'll notice the pages are now linked here. So if I click on what are my assessments, for example, here I've explained how the assessment works, um, and I've also done the same in terms of putting the information in for what is this course about. Um, so that's all good. The other thing I'd draw your attention to is the very little scroll that I've got here. I've just got a format here where I've got a little short plain English overview of what's to happen in this section. I've identified the learning outcomes and then brought in my learning activities, which I've designed with a little bit more information if the student needs it. So that's the template and its application. And the design questions, what we're going to do now is we're going to go through and look at how you can design your Moodle course. And once you've got past setting it up with a template, and structure the content in smaller chunks with less scroll. How do I do that? How do I use pictures to make content more visually appealing? Um, get students to model real life tasks. We'll go through and we'll give you an example of how you do that using Moodle. So now I'd like you to go and follow each of the how-to activities. We'll start with like some basic ones on editing text, applying headings, using the book for readings, structuring content, and so on and so forth. And as you follow each short video, pause it and then practice the skill being demonstrated. That way you'll build up your own real course at the end. So yep, let's move on to that now.